in Kerala, always a very, very clear marked difference between assembly elections and general elections. And these numbers stand testament to exactly that. The fact that a CPM got 1 seat, whereas the Congress got 15, this is out of the 20 seats in Kerala, speaks volumes of how the Kerala voter makes a difference between assembly elections and general elections, always choosing a national party, knowing full well that their vote for the Congress is for a national party in the general election versus for the left. Now, remember that in an assembly battle, these numbers perhaps would look very, very different to you. But that's what makes Kerala politics so interesting to also cover, about how an educated voter really looks at the difference, looks at what each constituent, each electorate and each candidate really has to offer to them before they go ahead and cast that vote. I want to bring in quickly Shibi Mulla on this broadcast. We've finally managed to connect through to her. Shibi, we were talking earlier about the battle for Thiruvananthapuram, which you've covered in great detail, speaking to all of the candidates in the fray. This truly is one of those few seats, Shibi, where you can actually call it a three-way battle.
Oh, well, exactly, Akshada. In fact, right from the beginning, Thiruvananthapuram constituency was one of the constituency that was the, that took the center stage of attention, just like Wayanad. Wayanad more so because of Rahul Gandhi was contesting from there, but Thiruvananthapuram was actually, caught the attention because of the three-way battle that it was, taking place here between Shashi Tharoor, Raji Chandrasekhar and Pannian Ravindran. In fact, interestingly, this time the CPI also fielded a very strong popular face, on-ground popular face, which again made the competition really tight, because last two elections, if we see, it was more of a direct fight between the BJP and the Congress. This time, it's the CPI also in the contest. They're in the picture. Which is one of the reasons why I've seen Dr. Tharoor also saying that, the left should have been bit careful while fielding a very popular face like Pannian Ravindran. So it's a tight three-way contest. During Kalashakottu, we tend to check the pictures and visuals from all the constituencies in Kerala. And today, when we check the visuals, Thiruvananthapuram literally overpowered all the constituencies where the Kalashakottu took place, which shows the tight contest taking place here in Thiruvananthapuram. In the last 1 or 2 months, we've seen war of words exchange between Raji Chandrasekhar and Shashi Tharoor here. The contest is mainly about how much votes the left is going to get, which way the neutral voters are going to vote is what is going to decide, the candidate who will be representing Thiruvananthapuram constituency in the upcoming after the upcoming Lok Sabha election. We have spoken about Thiruvananthapuram. Thrissur is also a three-way tight battle between all the three candidates in Kerala. There are 5 to 6 constituencies where there's a very, very tight contest between the left and the Congress, which some of the surveys have also failed to predict a clear winner from those constituencies. And in fact, in some of the constituencies where there's a tight contest between left and Congress, we have seen, the Kalashakottu for all the three candidates taking place at 3 different locations also for the first, probably for the first time, because of the intense battle that's taking place on ground between all the three parties. So
it's only in Kerala that you can see all the political parties in the fray come together for one event, which is the Kalashakottu that we're referring to, and all of it going off peacefully. There were 1 or 2 stray incidents, but otherwise completely peaceful. And that's only in Kerala and Kerala politics that you can see something like that being pulled off. A party cadre all coming together, energized, and yet completely peaceful as well.